The concept of a learning lab for me is that the students come down, and as soon as they get there, we line them up and we ask them, we tell them whatever projects we have. And so it could be like, digging a hole, or it could be planting, it could be picking things. And then we have a reading lesson down there, a mathematics lesson down there, or just play. So all the students are given the option to opt in or out of whatever they want. So first off, it's about choice. And it's also about, I don't want students being forced to pick fruit or vegetables, and I don't want students forced to plant. But I do want them to have the option. And some of our students really love that physical element down there, being able to run, being able to dig, they just love that interaction. There's other students down there that will take their journal and they will sit under a tree and they will write the entire time, or they will draw the entire time. And a lot of times we have a lot of painting projects, so we'll do a lot of murals. But we try to have at least 4 or 5 options for them while they're down there so that they can do whatever they really want to do. So first off, that's my favorite moments, are just watching them interact with each other and the environment. And being that it's in their own neighborhood makes a big difference. A lot of times our teachers will do cleaning up from the school down so that they learn that civic duty. It is about entrepreneurship and about understanding that they could do this. They don't have to do it for Lincoln. They could do it for themselves. They can grow their own tomatoes and sell them, or make salsa or whatever. So we try to definitely give the business aspect, and we have an entrepreneur program anyways that ties into it. And then of course the agriculture. But agriculture, for me, like I still am not great at growing plants, which people might think is crazy after 8 years. But I say all the time, you don't have to be good at something to create something. I'm not a master gardener. I'm never going to be a master gardener. I'm an educator who sees the value in this STEAM application and MESA application, which is mathematics, engineering, science, and agriculture. I see that it is a foundation to all types of learning. It's the foundation to being a builder, being an electrician, being a guy who does air, a person who builds cars. If you can be creative in what you're planting and understanding the cycles of things, you're just better prepared in life. So I just love that. When they come back, that's all they can talk about. So a lot of times the teachers will have a writing exercise, like their favorite thing down there. Sometimes they will write me thank you letters, hope letters when they come back, and draw me great pictures. But I just know that we've just transformed these students, and that's a piece of it. It's not all of it, but it is a piece of it. And I'm hoping that it will continue to transform York. But it's a slow process, and I think people want it to be more, people are always like, well, where's your next press conference? Well, it's okay for it to just be that we grow some tomatoes, right? That's okay. It doesn't have to be a small pathway that has all these things you can't touch. That's why it's a learning lab. They pick tomatoes when they shouldn't, right? They step on plants and they shouldn't. But it's a life lesson for them, and that's why it is a learning lab. I had to change the name 2 years ago and pull garden out of there because people kept coming back to, why isn't it more of a garden? Because it's a learning lab.